Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And it's another one from the Welsh Mountain Cider case that I received. I will be getting back on the Nightingales. I was going to try and do a double one today actually, film one after another, but I haven't got time, so I can't. But I'm going to do another one. I think probably tomorrow I'll do a Nightingales because I want to continue that as well. We've done like 3 so far, 3 out of the 6, I think. And this will be the second one out of the 6 of these. So, mix it up a bit. That's what I want to do. And they're totally different, really. So, let's have a look. Welsh Mountain Cider, Prospect Orchard 2019, Pet Nat. Very nice label there of some cheeses in a cider press. The cheeses are these layers. The layers in the press are called cheeses. Yeah, nice bit of art on there. I must say I like that a lot. 100% juice fermented with native wild yeast, unfiltered and pasteurised, no added sulphite, 6.8%. ABV, a naturally sparkling dry cider made from over 300 varieties of apple grown, pressed and bottled at Prospect Orchard. This Pétillant natural cider was pressed in 2019, wild fermented and bottled before the end of fermentation. So Pet Nat, which it said on the label anyway, didn't it, I think? Yep. Leaving the residual sugar to finish fermenting in the bottle, resulting in a light carbonation. Best before 2nd of June 2036. No chance of it getting no chance of it lasting that long in my household, let me tell you. So shall we open it up? Yes please, Chris. Alright, pop. So yeah, you can't see in the bottle because there's a little bit of gas coming out the top there, like smoking gun. Let's pour it out and try it. So I have no idea what to expect. 300 different varietals, that's quite something. So they're not all eaters, that's for sure. Because we have some colour in this. We have some colour. So I'm going to assume there's, I don't know, bit of sweets and sweets in it, I imagine. I don't know. But it's certainly got a bit of tannin in, because look at that colour. Nice. Gold amber, I want to call that. So I'm going to, that is gold amber. It is hazy. It has the gentle sparkle, as promised, because it's Pet Nat, Pétillant Naturel, or Method Ancestral is the other thing that sometimes it's called. Ancestral method, if you want to say it in English. Let's smell it. Oh man. Sorry, I'm going back for more of that nose. That got my attention straight away. I mean, there's obviously lots of apple character, but it feels like there's stone fruits in there as well. Almost feels like what is that? It's very hard to determine exactly what that smell is. It's like it's a really good nose. I really like the nose already. Okay, so there's a roundness, there's a richness to it, there's a roundness to it. So there's almost like a pastry, very subtle pastry character, but there's a very obvious apple character. And it ranges from like fresh to aged. It's like a gamut of different. Even though it's one smell, I feel like it's ticking different boxes. Yeah, there's a really interesting smell in there, and I can't figure out what it is. Maybe the merest hint of funk. The slightly sort of volcanic. I don't say sulphur, like volcanic kind of thing. It's not the same thing at all. There's almost a mineral character to it. Slightly smoky, maybe. My neighbour might have a smoker on though. He does that. Hang on. Possibly. He's done that to me before. I said, oh, this is very smoky, but it's the smoke from next door that I'm smelling. What a mug. Anyway, I'm going to try this. I'm going back. Every time I do that, if I smell something, I go back and I go back and I go back. When things smell great, sometimes I can spend 10 minutes before I even try to smell it. And I really like the smell on this. Very nice. Okay, let's try it. Okay, yeah. So there are tannic apples in this. It's reasonably fizzy though. It's a fine bubble, but it's got a reasonable amount of fizz to it. Solid tannins. I'm not sure what all of the apple varietals are in this, but I mean, it feels to me like it's got something like, I don't know, tremolets in, or something like that. Something with really bold tannins, so soft on the front, stringy, And there's a leatheriness on the back as well. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like got, I would say like something like Kremlitz bitter or something in there because of that bold, it's that tannic aspect. But it's got acidity as well. So it's got acid apples in there as well. I mean, I don't know. You name it. I mean, we had, what was it? The one we had yesterday, that was a red streak. That's a bit of sharp. Kingston Black, bit of sharp. Maybe I was like, I don't know what other varietals they've got. You know, Foxwell maybe. I'm not sure. It's all sorts of things. They've got so many apples that, you know, they're blending this. I mean, it said 300 varieties. That seems like a lot. I mean, you know. It's like a foresty, earthy, smoky character on the nose I'm definitely getting. It's quite bold acidity, has minerality as well. Bone dry, absolutely bone dry. Okay, so this is for people that like dry cider, and actually quite bold tannic cider. It said 2036, didn't it? Was it 2036? It said best before, which is a great best before. I'm guessing actually this is something you could lay down for quite a long time. And those tannins will soften and round out. I mean, this is like 2019, so it's only, what less than 2 years old, 18 months since it was, since the vintage. So maybe, a year in bottle possibly, something like that. But this could definitely do with some cellaring and aging, I think. I really do. It's still quite, tannic. The acids are quite potent, but this is a quality cider. It's a quality cider. If you like dry wines and stuff like that, you like dry ciders, definitely worth trying this. Definitely worth trying this. But it's for people who have had ciders with literally no sugar whatsoever. Because unfortunately, when you see dry cider on commercial ciders, they're never dry. I've had dry ciders that are actually, I would consider medium, that are commercial. This has got stuff going on. It's actually pretty cold. I had it outside in the shed, and it's May now, so you'd think it would be, it would have got a bit more temperature in than this, but it has still been quite chilly. So it's probably colder than I would have liked it. I think a few degrees warmer would be certainly benefit it, and that's what's going to happen when I take it in the house and continue drinking it. But I also say at the moment with the tannins like they are, probably good with food, probably good with something with fats. Pork, something fatty piece of pork, fats and the tannins, brilliant. Apple and pork, brilliant. When it's usually an obvious suggestion to make that. Also cheese, like hard cheese, I would go for. I mean, the obvious one is something like a cheddar, but an Alpine even, something that's dense and rich and fatty. In fact, an Alpine one with a bit of sweetness because of the dryness, that might work really well as well, like a really good Gruyere or Comté or Buffalo, something like that. Man, I wish I had some in the house. I want to have this with a piece of Gruyere now. Jesus Christ. So there you go, guys. There you go. Our second Welsh Mountain Cider. These guys are doing some really interesting stuff, I have to say. This is I had to use the word fine cider, but it's getting into the wine sort of territory when you get into stuff like this. It really is. And it's really interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff. So there you go. That's our second one from Welsh Mountain Cider. Another really interesting one. I'm looking forward to getting to the 2017 to see how the age is transforming these. This feels like it needs more time in bottle than what we had yesterday, the red streak. That was bit of sharps. It's quite young. I think it was more younger, fresher, brisker. That's designed to be drunk. Felt like something that should be drunk younger. This for me feels like it's something that could do some age for sure. So there you go. Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me, as always, in my shed. And I hope you join me again. But until then, guys, cheers.